Hey everyone, thanks for coming back again. Today's video is just like what the title says, on how I contour and highlight. I've gotten so many questions on how I contour and highlight myself, so I thought I would film a video and show you guys my tips and tricks. But disclaimer, this isn't for everyone. This only works for me and might work for you, but everyone has different faces, different features that they want to show, so please take that into consideration, because I don't want anyone walking out there looking busted and saying that Mr. Fabulous did it, because I didn't. So I hope you do learn something. If you have any questions, comment up down below, and I'll see you guys after the video. Hey guys, okay, so first we're gonna go in with our foundation, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and I'm in the shade Y405, and I've been loving this foundation recently. I tried it for my birthday, and so far every single day I've been using it. And if you never used a stick foundation before, it's not that intimidating as it looks. Basically, you just gotta put it all over your face, but when I first started using a foundation stick, I thought I had to put it all over, but I figured once I just put like some lines, kind of like when you contour, it's just easier to give you a flawless finish. Just like that. And I like to blend it out with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I just use this to sweep across my face and use like little stippling motions. And I just noticed I didn't even use a primer for my face, but if you're smart and paying attention, you could just use your favorite primer. I usually just use this lotion, and basically since Naked Tutorials mentioned that as long as glycerin's your second product in your face primer, then it really doesn't matter. Okay, so now that I blended out the foundation all over my face, I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I'm also going to use it to highlight as well. And I'm using the Maybelline New York Master Conceal in the lightest shade, I believe, in 20 Light. I believe that's the name. So I'm just going to take this and go ahead and highlight my face. Using this MAC literal brush right here, and I'm just going to take this flat side, map out the places on my face that I want to highlight. So I like to bring my highlight more inner into my nose, right here in the middle, just to help contour some more when we contour later. And it just helps bring it in more, especially when you look at the highlighted parts and you're looking forward, it helps to make your nose look slimmer because it looks like it's part of your cheek. You know what I mean? So now that I mapped up all of the places where I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my beauty blender and blend it all out. So now that we blended out the highlights, I'm going to go in with my contour cream kit from Anastasia, and I'm going to grab that light brown shade Cinnamon and pretty much bronze up my face a little bit, taking this brush. Take it, and then I'm going to dip into that shade and just start bronzing up the skin. I like to do this step because I feel like when I just go with the contour, it's just not like a good transition. And I feel like it transitions much better on the face when I add this light brown shade all over. Then I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. It is the dual fiber contour brush, and I'm going to blend all the areas that I just bronzed up right now out. And in circular motions, I'm just going to focus this color here. The way this helped me learn by doing this is just like basically think about using your bronzer and how you would like do it, you know what I mean? Like don't blend it crazy all over everywhere and keep it in its spot. The cool thing about cream contouring first is that if you get in the area, you can easily blend it out or easily go over it, like here, like I could go over it with a highlight shade and then make it more defined, you know what I mean? Now that the face is all nice and bronzy, I'm just going to go in and redefine some highlighted areas. And I'm blending them out with a beauty blender. So now that the face is nice and bronzy, I'm going to go in with that darker shade, ash brown, and just lightly put it right where I contour just to define the cheeks a lot more. When adding that darker color, I like to make sure I focus it back here. Don't bring it too forward because it just looks crazy and looks like you have a big line. So I just like to blend it out, keep it that dark color back here. So now that we cream contoured, I'm going to go ahead and set the highlighted areas with powder. And the one I like to use is by Airspun in the shade Honey Beige. And I'm just going to take my Kat Von D Shea Light Brush and just dip into that and then just pat it underneath my eyes. So while I let that bake, I like to, you see how it's kind of messy here on the jaw? I like to clean it up a little bit with the same powder, but just using a dry beauty blender and just going right under it and defining that jaw. Now for everyone doing the under your jaw, you can do it as little or as much as you want. For me, I kind of like this effect that it gives when I bring it up to here. But you can do it however you want. Everyone's face is different. This is just how I contour my face. So now that I'm currently baking my face, I'm just going to let that sit for a minute. And then right after, we'll continue. So now that I finished baking, I'm just going to go ahead and take this big fluffy brush and just dust off all of that powder. Now, I learned that sweeping it off in circular motions is much easier to get it off. I remember before I started contouring and everything, I would like kind of like sweep it like roughly and I would be like, why does everything look patchy and like ugly? So if you do circular motions, it helps blends it out even better. So next what we're going to do is go ahead and darken up the face because it got really light, and I'm going to take my favorite bronzer, which is this Too Faced one in Dark Chocolate Soleil, and I'm going to take this big round fluffy brush from Sony Kashuk. I think this was one of their holiday or new collection brushes, but it's so cute. So I'm gonna dip it into the bronzer and then just go ahead and basically remember where we bronze up the face with the cream. We're basically gonna go over those areas. Now you can see all the color coming back into our face. Next I'm gonna go in and contour with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. And as you can see, mine's pretty busted because I'm obsessed with this palette and I can't stop using it. But I love to take this whole bottom row right here and mix it together and using this Sephora contour brush. Just grab all those shades, dust it off, and then keep it back here, stopping here, and just blending it all around the face. So just like that, it's gonna create that shadow effect. And then help make this forehead smaller. And then taking it under the jaw and behind the ear just to bring that shade together and make it look flawless. And then if you see that it gets a little too harsh or anything, just go ahead and with your bronzer brush and just go over those areas and just soften it out. So now that you got that, then I like to go in again with that Airspun powder and really carve out the under of the jaw again, just to give a sharp, nice contour. Then next I'm gonna go in and start contouring my nose. So with contouring the nose, usually I would do cream, but today I didn't feel like doing it. I'm still learning how to contour my nose, so I may look back at this video and be like, oh my god, what the hell was I doing? But I'm gonna take this Tarte palette Wander that I like to use to contour my nose, and I'm gonna take this Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush, and I just like the way it's angled. If you can see, I feel like I could get really nice and sharp on the nose. So I'm going to take a little bit of that color and then just go ahead and contour the nose. Then right after that, since it's light and I have like a pretty much of a base of how I contour the nose, I'm going to go in with my bronzer and just grab a little bit and shed off some of the nose here, making it smaller. And just making it a little bit more thinner up here. And then go ahead and clean it up. Just like the way we clean up the jawline, we're just going to do the same thing on the nose. So we're going to have a nice even contour. Now we let that bake. Next, what we're going to want to do is, I like using this step because I feel like it brightens the under eye more. And I'm going to take the Bare Minerals Concealer Powder and just go in with that Kat Von D brush and just basically grab a little bit. I think you can, well, I'm sure you can bake with it, but I've never tried it because I feel like it'll be too intense. So I just grab a little bit and just sweep it under my eye just to make it nice and bright. And instantly you can kind of tell the difference from this side between this side. This side's way much brighter and this side's just simple. But we're going to want to go for that glamorous look. And then just go with your bronzer brush that you used and just blend that. Go ahead and sweep away that powder under your jaw, on your jaw. Now my next favorite part that I like to go in is with the highlighter. But before that, I think I'm gonna apply blush today. I usually don't. I usually skip that step. I'm not like a huge fan of blush. But I'm gonna take this Ellen Tracy Bronzing Trio bronzer and just take this big fluffy brush and blend into here and just lightly add some blush. Oh, I kind of bring it in together. You see that? Ooh. I think I'm gonna start adding this blush more often. So next, like I said, we're gonna go in with the highlighters, and I like to take two of my favorite highlighters, which are both by Becca. I have Champagne Pop and the shade Opal. So first we're gonna go in with Champagne Pop, kind of like a base, and then use Opal just to bring it out a little bit more. And I'm just gonna take my fan brush, if I can find it. I'll just take my fan brush and dip into Champagne Pop. I know you can tell I love my highlighters because look, I'm already hitting pan. Actually, I've way beyond hit pan. I need to get a new one soon. Luckily, I'm so glad that they're not going to be discontinued and they're still going to be here. I like to keep my highlighter here on the apples of my cheek and bring it back right here to my brow tail. So we're just going to start here and just sweep. And this fan brush I'm using is actually from Sephora. Bring it like that, and then kind of round it out on my apples of the cheek. And then I like to just take some on my forehead. Basically, I just love to look like a glowy, bronzy goddess, so I just basically apply this everywhere. And for my nose, I like to grab a little bit and just put it on the tip right here. And then on the bridge of my nose. Then we're going to go in with Opal and just put it on the high parts of our cheekbones. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you learned something from this video, and I really hope I did it justice. If you guys have any other requests on any videos, please leave them down in the comments below. But I also want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video. You guys left such sweet comments, and I look forward to doing more videos. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.